Alright, we're doing one more take. Can you move the camera back a little? The Backrooms. If you don't know what these are, it's basically a series of infinite hallways, offices, or really just anything. All these Backrooms levels seem to be just normal places, but empty, and with something slightly weirder off. Since these backroom levels literally look like just normal places, but empty, I'm assuming they exist in real life. Some of these Backrooms levels are literally based off of real life locations. So I want to try to find those real locations. I'm gonna find the Backrooms in real life. I'm gonna go to as many locations or levels of the Backrooms as I possibly can. This is what I tried to find the closest to level 0. This is what the real Backrooms looked like. This is what the location I found looked like. It isn't completely similar, but the goal by the end of this video is to find a place that looks exactly like a certain backroom level. I was now headed to find a place that looked like level 1. Hopefully this one would look a lot more similar than the last one. But first, we had to get to it. These were the top secret underground tunnels of LA. There were security guards, and it was just extremely hard to find. But after some time of searching... So we just found the bathroom, and it turns out it was right next to the entrance to the underground tunnels. Level 1 of the Backrooms. I've gotten this camera right now, because in all the Backrooms levels, it's terrible quality. So I found the oldest camera I possibly could, and I'm going to be recording some of the footage on there. We made it to level 1. So loud. This literally, I feel like I'm in a backroom. I've seen Backrooms levels where it's like a slide like this. This is so weird. But this video and kind of the Ohio video was definitely inspired by this YouTuber I love. Massive shout out to him. Convinced after this that the Backrooms are real. Bro, this is the Backrooms. There is literally so many weird noises. Alright, so I have a list of Backrooms levels that I've somewhat found in real life, and we're going to be going to as many as possible. These two were way more similar. The same shape, same lights, they were just slightly off. And for each one of these locations or Backrooms levels that I tried to find, it took tons of research and different locations. I cannot explain how hard it was just to find an empty mall. And I found a place very similar to level 33, the Infinite Malls. I'm slowly getting closer to finding out why all these Backrooms levels are based off normal places, because this is oddly empty. This is weird. Look at all these stores. There should be people here. It's K-pop. I didn't know they were in the Backrooms. That's the only music there is in the backroom. These honestly didn't look like that much alike at all. I didn't know if I could find a backroom in real life, but I kept searching. So I went to parking garages. Level 22. So I was thinking I had found a match, but then I couldn't find any death fishes, which apparently are supposed to be in this level. So, not a match. I went to my least favorite place in the world, a college. Then I checked out schools, where I spent hours just looking for a hallway or an area that looked like this. I was working super hard, but could not find this area for the life of me. So also, not a match. I checked out office spaces. This one we got in, but it had most of the doors locked. So we just really couldn't find any areas that looked like the Backrooms level. Not a match. And after that, I went to this kids' play place. I don't even think this was Backrooms level. And finally, it was on to check what was basically my last hope. Hotels. I've seen lots of hotel area Backrooms levels. So I was searching these hotels, trying to find absolutely any area that could match the Backrooms. I genuinely want to find places that are actually like the Backrooms that could possibly be. But it just wasn't looking good. Maybe the Backrooms levels were fake. Maybe I was wrong about any of them being real. Because just nothing would match. I've found nothing. The closest one we found is probably the tunnels to the Backrooms. But I just can't say that's the real Backrooms. I need to find a location that is the Backrooms. I honestly have felt pretty hopeless up until this point. But I found something great. I have checked hundreds of levels. This is how many places I've checked. From level 0 all the way up to this current level in the hundreds. I've been clicking on everyone trying to find a picture, but then I got to level 188. And I thought it was so weird looking that it can't be real. But it does. It does exist. Level 188 is real. And then I realized it's in London. Hundreds of dollars. The flight is going to take hours. I'm not just gonna not find the backrooms in real life. I have to prove that level 188 is real. These are just pictures. We don't really know. This is what I was meant to do. It is my destiny. To get to level 188, I had to pass through lots of other places that looked suspiciously close to other backrooms levels. And the journey was long, but I had to see if level 188 was real. Got to London. It's on to the last level. I just had an extremely long flight. It's morning and I didn't even sleep. But I will do anything to find the real backrooms. I want them to be real. It's just this extremely long tunnel to get to it for some reason. And finally, after hours of travel, I got to my room. If you've ever wondered what the backrooms rooms look like, this is it. We have made it, traversed many backrooms levels. Level 188. Nobody has the balls like I do to go to Ohio, to go to the backrooms level. You better subscribe, please. I'm trying to hit 1 mil by the end of the year. We got the legendary. Once we exit that door, it's on to the final level of the backrooms. I just want to see the image that I've been waiting to see for so long. Wow. It is so beautiful. Why is it like that? Are there people in these rooms? Are they empty? Why is there just no structure? How is this real? The back rooms are real. It literally looks like a green screen right now. There's one thing though that no man has ever dared to do. I've never seen, and that's go to the bottom and walk around. But there was one problem. The gate to get over there was locked, and there was a camera right behind me. I am going to have to hop it. I'm a little nervous too because there's a camera literally right next to it. But this is the famous picture. This is level 188 thing over there. I have to stand in that space. It's just never been done. It's something I just have to do. So I went back down and I hopped the fence. I had done it. I was like Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. A man in territory that no man has ever been in before. I was the explorer of the backrooms. I had done it.
Now, this is epic.
And after doing that, it was a 100% match. This didn't look like the backrooms. It was the backrooms. Nothing could possibly be closer. This is what I've been looking for this entire video. For days, spending tons of money. I could finally go to sleep knowing that I finally found an identical copy to the backrooms. It's the only thing I ever wanted.